Hi everybody, right now I'm in Kathmandu, Nepal. It's 3rd April. Nepal is going under a lockdown and streets are almost empty. Almost, because you can see some vehicle here and there. So uh, I think that I can conclude that Nepal is much more restricted than India or Bangladesh. Overall, you are going to see that Nepalese police are much more disciplined, and you will also notice that people in general in Nepal are way more careful about what they do or don't regarding corona than Bangladesh and India. So Nepal almost have an identical economy, much like Bangladesh and India. So you might actually expect them to behave like Indians and Bangladeshis, but I can say from my own experience that they are way more disciplined overall. So that's a nice thing to say. Right now, I'm going through this lockdown and going through this corona pandemic like all of you, and it's a hard time. I surely expected our government to be better prepared, since we had many early warning like SARS and Ebola. It was just a matter of time before something happened, and it did happen, and we were unprepared, and it's not acceptable. As citizens, we should have our voice raised and ask our government why they are not prepared, and will they be prepared for the next one, because trust me, it will come maybe in 50 years or maybe even 100 years. This war between diseases and humans and other species will continue. We are getting advanced with our new technologies, but it will continue, that's for sure. Maybe we'll get an upper hand with our developed technology, but we can't guarantee that that will be the case. So hope we will be ready for the next big epidemic. I was uh, going through some statistics about this new corona, and it occurred to me that if China was very open and very careful about corona from the beginning, we would have stopped this coronavirus to spread way before it was able to get out of Wuhan, but that wasn't the case. So I hope that we as citizens and our leaders will be able to hold China accountable for their lack of urgency and also lying about what corona is. Or there was time they actually was saying that there was no proof that corona can spread human to human. Now we know that they knew that corona could spread by humans, but they actually lied about that to us, and that's not acceptable. I am quite sure that it won't be the case. People won't be able to hold China accountable, because China is too big of an economy to mess with. So even I don't expect even Trump to do anything about it. Just might ignore it and just pretend that China did what they could. I was going through some more statistic about science. A lot of people say that we haven't invested a lot about science, and which is absolutely true. But also one thing is true, that we haven't spent uh, rightly, like the budget that we have for science like space program, and science like particle collider or particle science. Those kind of science is not going to help us to go through an epidemic. So it is a matter of time before we should start questioning those kind of spending. I mean, LSC, the Large Hadron Collider, a multi-billion-dollar machine, what it is doing for us right now? Nothing. What about all those inventions that NASA had invented for its space program? What that is doing for us? Nothing. So first of all, we have to spend more on science, and also we have to be very careful which branch of science we should spend our money on. I hope that everything will get back to normal soon. uh, Nepal supposed to reopen and stop lockdown on 8th April. I hope they will do that, because Nepal so far has only 5 or 6 recognized corona patient. I don't know how many tests they have done, and can we trust that figure? My personal feeling is we can't. I think they should test way more people, and that's how we will be able to have a confidence to the figure. But still, I don't think that it is widespread in Nepal, so I think it should open and should close its border to the international people for longer. But as far as the nation, they might open. I don't know about India. India is doing really bad. So is Bangladesh. I'm from Bangladesh, and I was in India for a long time, for over 80 days. So I worry about those nations, and because those nations are poor, they don't have the medical facility like Italy, uh, Spain, or USA. I hope those nations will do great. I personally don't know what I'm going to do after this pandemic will be over. I am someone who's fleeing from my nation, and right now in Nepal on tourist visa, so I will have to find a place where I can live and work. So I hope I'll be able to find that. If you want to follow me, you can do that through my YouTube channel, The Fleeing Thinker. You can also do that through my Facebook page, The Fleeing Thinker. If you like this video, please do consider to share, because your share or comment will help my channel to grow. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you'll stay safe from the corona, and will keep others safe.